Okay, let's... Here, receiving my content. Now I am live. So after our failure with Alice Method Turns, we're going to launch ourselves into another game which might be too challenging for us, but we can only see that when we actually play it. So let's go into Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, an official patch. And again, we're having some iffy troubles. Actually, we need to actually go into PC game capture. I'll skip the intro. And for some reason, we're in a tiny little corner. I don't know what I can do to fix that. I might have to adjust the resolution in game. Well, that's cool. Okay, let's go into options, video. Yeah, we need the resolution to be much higher. Okay, we need to close it out and launch it again. Hopefully we won't find ourselves having the reverse problem. Okay, it's gonna be boxed in the entire time. You think the unofficial patch would include widescreen support? Or maybe it's just the logos that are full screen. Hopefully. That makes a little bit of sense. Let's go ahead and watch this again because it's cool. There we go. Actually interesting that the menu is actually more widescreen than the logos. See, I can go in here. I'm gonna go ahead and look. Okay. Gonna turn on desktop audio. I hope that the Alice Method Returns didn't have. It may have had no game audio. That's lovely. I am so sorry. I might have to just delete, oh heck, I might have to redo Frambeau from scratch. If you didn't have any game audio, hell. That's like an essential part of the whole thing. I have no idea why desktop audio is turned off, except that maybe... No, I have no idea. Let's go to gameplay. Auto renew disciplines. Video game starts with creating a new character. Would you like to answer a series of questions about the type of vampire you would like to play and allow the game to create your character? We'll go to the let's go and do this. You're stuck in the traffic after a concert, and the guy behind you is laying on the horn. Your friends in the car are urging you to park the car and help them stick the dude's horn somewhere uncomfortable. Do you? Okay. Yeah. You meet someone at a club and they look you back, they took you back to their place. Things start getting interested when all of a sudden you hear someone in the front door, their spouse. Do you? Head to the kitchen, let them see you, pretend you're a distant cousin and they were nice enough to let you stay on the couch. Gather your clothes, hide behind the door, and slip out of the apartment as quietly as possible. Calmly explain you had no idea they were married, and that you intend to leave and never come back, keeping your finger over the speed dial in case you need the police. You were mugged last night. It wasn't life-threatening, but you want to take some measures to make sure that if it happens again, you aren't defenseless. Do you? Sign up for a martial arts class. Next time they try it, you'll break their spine. Start carrying a knife and conceal it in your belt. Next person who tries it, breathe through a hole in their neck. Buy a gun. The next mugger is sidewalk meat. In terms of gameplay, I would kind of prefer gun. But in terms of character, I think martial art, or in terms of just me, martial arts is kind of more interesting. I'm probably to go with the gun. You're in a convenience store, looking through the beer freezer, when all of a sudden a man walks in and pulls a gun on the cashier. Do you? Sneak behind him, disarm him, and proceed to beat him senseless. Quietly make your way to the bathroom and lock yourself in. Upon the opening of an exclusive nightclub won't let you inside to a party with all the beautiful people. The beautiful people. The beautiful people. Da da da. Okay. Do you? Convince him that you work for the director, you know who, and you'll bring him with you next time. Hide out by the back exit, wait for someone to leave, and slip in undetected. Bribe him. Well, I'm gonna talk him into it. It's late. You're at the red spot, waiting for your microwave burrito to heat up. There are free arcade games to waste time on. Which one do you play? The fighting game. I pull off the triple flash uppercut as a finisher every time. Every time? The beat 'em up game where you can pick up the bat and womp at the horse of generic thugs. The cyber game with a realistic gun for a controller. Some drunken mortals attempt to pick a fight with you in a bar. Do you trash the place with the fool's broken bodies? Or clear the place out with a mere wave of your hand? The world's a cruel and unforgiving place. We've gotten by so far. Why? It may be cruel for you, but for me it's hilarious. Malkavian. I think that was what the last question was particularly for. You've been embraced by the Malkavian clan, inflicted with insanity. Malkavians use their madness to provide with surprising and sometimes disturbing insights. The inner voice may tell them of someone's true intent, or it may betray them completely. That, I think, is what happened in the Critical Role campaign. If you haven't watched it, and you might want to, just skip ahead a little bit. But, because this contains a little bit of spoiler for kind of early into the campaign, or the one-shot. But, there's a point where, Matt Mercer's character, like, he rolls, I think, a pretty good success on, like, I might have to re-watch it, but I think he rolls a fair amount of successes on, like, an intelligence check. Like, basically, there's a curtain with a message that says, "Your funeral." And, like, the whole crew's been turned into vampires. And, the idea, like, inherently just, common sense with the suspicion that you may be a vampire. Having the suspicion that you may be a vampire, is that, basically, yeah, like, they're, like, that is, like, covering, the curtains are covering a window to the outdoors. And if you get hit by sunlight at all, you're dead. Or you'll have at least a bad time. I mean, not knowing, of course, how this works. Because, you know, it's possible that you'll just get a little singed by the, you know, because that's kind of what I was thinking, is like, oh, like, if you get, like, into the sun, like, you'll have a little bit of time before you're just irreparably damaged. But no, in fact, if you get hit by, like, even a sliver of sunlight, you will basically instantly turn to ash. Yeah. It's that kind of thing. But anyway, I think he, like, makes some kind of, like, an intelligence roll or something, and he gets, like, I don't think he gets any failures. But I could be wrong. Like, I might need to go back and rewatch it. But basically, it's like, with the, I forget, Taliesin, tells him that, like, you suddenly think this is a really good idea to, like, open the curtain and like, see what happens. So, he's like, oh, me first, like, you know, and he opens, and of course he, like, it splits him down in the middle, and he turns to ash. And what I'm thinking is, particularly if he did make some, well, actually, later on, they need, in order to, solve a puzzle, they actually need the ashes of a vampire, or I think, to, activate part of this puzzle. So, they just, on a whim, I think, I can't remember exactly the nature of the puzzle, they use Matt Mercer's ashes, because they're actually all playing themselves, because I think that's what they tend to do in some of these one-shots. So they use ashes to activate part of the puzzle. So I wonder is if, because we don't really know what clan they're supposed to be kind of part of, and that hasn't come into play yet. So I wonder if he was actually a Malkavian, or, like, you know, they haven't quite fully awakened yet, but he may have actually been a Malkavian, and because of that puzzle, like, basically the voices, you know, or whatever, like, the insight that Malkavians have, knowing that like, knowing from that kind of insight that there was a puzzle coming up, where his ashes could be potentially useful, like, these inner voices were, like, driving him to do this thing, because, hey, it could be helpful. Anyway, Um, yeah, I'm just talking about Critical Role. They're doing a Vampire Masquerade campaign. I'm just ranting about it. But anyway, Malkavians are, long story short, too late. Malkavians are really interesting. Your vampire's attributes and abilities have now been determined and entered into the character sheet, which you will see next. After you tutor the character sheet, you may make changes to the character or simply play it as it is. So we've got physical, just all one pip. Dexterity, stamina, charisma has a pip. Manipulation seems to be the primary thing for my character. Appearance, I actually kind of like that tracks separately from charisma, because that's something that kind of bugs me a little bit about other RPGs, is that they don't really, or at least like tabletop type RPGs, is that like there is like the force of your personality, literally how charismatic you are, but there's also like you could be like really ugly, or you maybe just average looking, and that can have some influence as well, and tracking it separately is like not always necessary, but it kind of yeah. Perception seems to be pretty high. Wits. Let's see, what does it tell me what wits? Okay, this is just the tutorial thing I have to read through. These are your attributes and abilities, which feats are derived from. Attributes are your inherent character traits and are broken into 3 categories: physical, social, and mental. Abilities are things you can learn and also are broken into 3 categories: talents, skills, and knowledges. Okay. Members of the Insane Malkavian class possess a dark intellect, so your strongest attribute is mental, in which you have 2 points you can spend. You also have 1 point to spend in social, and no points in physical, your weakest attribute. As for abilities, being Malkavian gives you an advantage in your insightful knowledges, in which you have 3 points to spend. You have average abilities in skills, 2 points, and are weak in talents, 1 point. Feats are the actions you perform in the game. Feats are derived from adding an attribute and an ability. An example would be the feat of lockpicking, which is derived from the attribute of dexterity and the ability of security. Hovering your mouse pointer over a feat will highlight the attribute and ability upon which it is dependent. You are a member of the Malkavian clan. Once again, cursed with incurable insanity. Malkavians are free from the confines of rationality, and their freedom is coupled with an uncanny insight, a strange wisdom that cannot be perceived by the sane. Their disciplines are auspex, aura perception, dementation, madness channeling, and obfuscate invisibility. This is your humanity, which I'm not sure is part of the new World of Darkness. As it were. I really need to check that out. I'm hoping my audio is coming through. It seems to be. I was like, this. Anyway, this is humanity. 7 is the norm. 10 is saintly, and the lower you go, the closer to the beast you become. Also, the lower your humanity, the greater your chance of frenzying. When a vampire goes into a frenzy, he loses all control and attacks any and all things around him. However, as you gain experience, you can spend experience points to increase your humanity. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is a thing in the new World of Darkness. At least, the version they were playing, because there were a few times where they ended up feeding on people and killing them, and it's possible that the rules make exceptions for like being low on blood and just sort of losing control of yourself and feeding on someone to death. Or, well, that happened once. I think another time they just sort of didn't exercise as much control as they had hoped to. So, you might not lose humanity if you accidentally kill someone from draining their blood. There might be a bit of a distinction to be made there. Either that or the players themselves are not tracking their humanity, and maybe the DM is. Or GM or storyteller or whatever the heck they term they use for World of Darkness. I think it's actually storyteller, so it wouldn't be GM. But anyway, yeah, we've already talked about that. This is where your Masquerade violations are displayed. The Masquerade is a code by which many vampires unlive. Anytime a vampire is seen doing a supernatural act by a mortal, it is considered a Masquerade violation. You have 5 chances, and each strike will have repercussions. If you commit 5 Masquerade violations, you will be dealt with harshly. This is where all information on things you are hovering over is displayed. The auto level on-off button is a toggle that allows you to decide what the computer to allocate the experience points you earn in the game to your attributes, abilities, and disciplines, or whether you wish to allocate them to yourself. I will probably wish to allocate them myself. Reset stats button is another toggle that allows you to clear out your point allocations so that you can start over, or return them to their last settings. The cancel button allows you to return to your last point in the game without changing your character sheet. Once you're satisfied with the character settings, click the setup button to play the game. Okay, so we're actually in here. The physical, social, mental knowledge is computer. Transport, investigation, scholarship, stealth, melee. Not sure if I really want to play melee, but it might be useful. Brawl, aspects, dementation, obfuscate. Yeah, feats, unarmed combat, melee combat 2, range combat, like all the combat stuff is 2. Covert, inspection's pretty high. Lockpicking, sneaking, hacking, research, public, hackles 2, intimidate, persuasion is 2, seduction is 1, and soak, bashing, lethal, soak, is that it? Lethal, bashing is, I guess, the primary thing, and aggravated, ranged combat should be a little more advantageous, because it's tied to, I don't have a point in firearms. I should look to take my point away from melee and put it into firearms. I don't know if I can do that just here. Ah, there we go. Even though I actually put the I don't think I've really subterfuge. I'm gonna get a subterfuge. Regardless of their dementia, or perhaps because of it, Maccabeans are fascinating conversationalists. Wits measures the sharpness of the character's mind and ability to think on their feet. Wits improve the combat defense and hacking feats. Okay, I might keep that. I can't take any points out of these, okay. It's inherently start by 1. Unnamed, what should I give her? Oh, then I'm gonna go with Callista. That's just my name, standard name for, I don't know if I can actually change how she looks, maybe? Okay. I think it's just like a standard, like, gender and,
Good evening. My fellow kindred, my apologies for disrupting any business or interfering with prior engagements you may have had this evening. It's unfortunate that the affair that gathers us together tonight is a troubling one. We are here because the laws that bind our society, the laws that are the fabric of our existence, have been broken. As Prince, I am within my rights to grant or deny the kindred of this city the privilege of siring. Many of you have come to me seeking permission, and I have endorsed some of these requests. However, the accused that sits before you tonight was not refused permission. Indeed, my permission was never sought at all. They were caught shortly after the embrace of this child. It pains me to announce the sentence, as up to tonight I considered the accused a loyal and upstanding member of our organization. But as some of you may know, the penalty for this transgression is death. Know that I am no more adjudicator than I am a servant to the law that governs us all. Let tonight's proceedings serve as a reminder to our community that we must adhere to the code that binds our society, lest we endanger all of our blood. Forgive me. Let the penalty commence. Which leads to the fate of the ill-begotten progeny. Without a sire, most children are doomed to walk the earth never knowing their place, their responsibility, and most importantly, the laws they must obey. Therefore, I have decided that this is bullshit!
Yes, I have decided that this is bullshit. Wait.
If Mr. Rodriguez would let me finish, I have decided to let this kindred live. They shall be instructed in the ways of our kind, and be granted the same rights. Let no one say I am unsympathetic to the plights and causes of this community. I thank you all for attending these proceedings, and I hope their significance is not lost. Good evening. Your sire, tragic, my apologies. But you see, there is a strict code of conduct that all of us must adhere to if we wish to survive. When anyone breaks these laws, they undermine the well-worn fabric of our centuries-old society. Understand my predicament. Allowing you to live makes me directly responsible for your subsequent behavior. So, what I'm offering is not generosity, but the opportunity to transcend the fate woven by your sire. This is your trial. You will be brought to Santa Monica. There you will meet an agent by the name of Mercurio. He will provide the details of your labor. I've shown you great clemency. Prove it was more than a wasted gesture, fledgling. Don't come back until you do. Good evening.
With regard to my hair, I basically decided that I am not going to shave it, at least not until I can retire from my current job as a carrier in the grocery store, because they don't allow me to grow facial hair. And I feel like my hair is kind of a means of self-expression, and without having any hair on my head except for on my eyebrows, it just, yeah, like if I'm going to go bald, I need to be able to rock the Breaking Bad look. He's about to look around, just standard stuff. I don't know if I can do anything of the, no, I can't really do anything. I had to, like, use Joy to Key or something. So we're just gonna be, I'll see if I can find the cords it's supposed to go to and plug my controller back in to charge it. Later this week, I might actually, potentially, or possibly next week, or just maybe even just going into, I might wait until September. It's technically going to be my dad's, Nintendo Switch and, game, so, it might be a little while, but I might stream Super Mario Odyssey.
What a scene, man! Hoo-wee! Then they just plop you out here like a naked baby in the woods. How about that? Look, it's probably a lot for you to take in, so why don't you let me show you the ropes? What do you say?
The reign of ages plots again to wash away Revelation. Or one.
Right. Oh, man. And you're a goddamn Malkavian, too. Wow. You really are fucked.
Who is a dark demon I see before me?
I'm Jack. What's important is I'm offering help. You make it back from Santa Monica with your hide, and we'll trade life stories, okay?
Hey, shh! I want to be able to hear the voices in my head a little more clearly.
Point her out.
Could you keep it down? I shall undertake your dark tutelage. Break down for me the bare bone basics. I might go for the alliteration. I didn't understand the play they gave. I need no guide for this dark path. Please leave me.
Youngsters these days. Well, your funeral, kiddo. But keep a couple things in mind before you go. Now, these lessons aren't just for your benefit, so listen up.
My ears are all yours.
First, the Masquerade. You'll hear a lot about this, so let me sum up real quick. Sure, you're a vampire. Great. Keep it to yourself, okay? It's easier that way, trust me. That's the Masquerade. Keeping vampire secrets secret. Easy, right? Easy peasy. Now,
Lemon squeezy?
violate the Masquerade. You run around spooking humans or whatever. You make things harder on all of us. Then all of us get pissed off and come after you. And you end up like your sire there, stake to the gate. That day, kiddo.
It depends on which of my personalities you're talking to.
Right on. Next, humanity. Being a vampire isn't the end of the road. You think life was hard? Just wait. Now you're half beast, half man, and it ain't quite an easy fit. You're gonna be fighting that beast for the rest of your days, every time you get into it. Whenever you kill an innocent, you feed the beast a little more, and it grows a little stronger. After a while, the beast can take over, and you'll go wild and have to be put down like a rabid dog. So, you know, fight it. Don't be a homicidal maniac. That'll help with the Masquerade, too. See how it all comes together? Ain't that nice?
Nice is a well-kept cadaver.
Now, with all that said, you still have to keep your ass alive. For that, you're gonna have to feed. That little blood sound, kid. I imagine you're feeling that thirst right about now, huh? Get it where you can, however you can. Just remember the first two lessons. Don't let anyone else see you feeding. They'll flip out and call you to break the Masquerade. Cause some bigger, badder vampire to come stomp a mud hole in your ass. Also, drink deep, but don't drain them dry. See, that's giving in to the beast. You do that, you lose a grip on your humanity and you lose control. There we go again. It all fits together. Can you dig it?
I will leave some juice in the fruit.
Righteous. Now, ship off like a good little soldier. If you pull this off, come downtown to the last round and I'll tell you how jacked this whole situation is. Until then, good luck. Or maybe I should just say, nice knowing you, kiddo.
My shadow darkens other domains. Farewell. Okay. I skipped the tutorial with my alliteration. Okay. Yeah, there's a whole other sequence we could have seen, but I hope I remember enough about how to play this.
Hello, LA. You're up way past your bedtime. Hope you've slipped into something comfortable from now on. If you're new to town or just new to this whole radio thing, you're listening to The Devil's Night. The only girl who will spend the night with you and me. Well, looks like the boys are loading up. I have a copy. Let's see. Caller, you've got the first shot at dead tonight. So, who do I have the pleasure to speak to?
Hi, Deb.
Rico. So, Rico, why are you up so late?
I'm working late shift here at the yacht club.
How many boats do you own, Rico?
Two. Actually, three. One is in the shop.
I used to do a little yachting myself. What brand of yacht do you have?
You probably wouldn't know says he smelled it a mile away. The mystery creature is thought to be some form of giant octopus, though marine biologists that have examined the monster have commented that they have never seen anything like it in the cephalopod family before. They speculate that it could be from a yet undiscovered family of sea creatures. A massive gelatinous creature that washed up on the beaches of Providence, Rhode Island, has scientists scratching their heads. Found by a jogger early on Tuesday morning who says he smelled it a mile away, the mystery creature is thought to be some form of giant octopus, though marine biologists that have examined the monster have commented that they have never seen anything like it in the cephalopod family before. They speculate that it could be from a yet undiscovered family of sea creatures. A massive gelatinous creature that washed up on the beaches of Providence, Rhode Island, has scientists scratching their heads.
Okay, I am sitting data checker. Okay. I think Perception changed the ability to like have those like glowing markers. Hey, the password for your computer is Sunrise. Keep the cash in the drawer, it's yours. I dropped you an email with my address. Come on even after you over after you get settled. Mercutio. At your convenience, please come and visit me in my home downtown. I leave you this to guide you. Dark blood, our curse, alight this verse. Such power I sense in one so young. Come find me where burns the mystical sun. M. Strauss, Tremor, Regent. This is like old school. A reminder. Mercutio will contact you when you arrive in Santa Monica. There's the time and meeting of him. Penis enlargement. Watch the girls come running. What? Call today. Kilpatrick's crime Peter, looking for a lazy-ass ex-husband who's late on his alimony payments. How about that jerk who knocked you up? Look no further. With Arthur Kilpatrick's amazing crime Peter, you can find almost anyone with a record, and these days that's just about everyone. So come on down to Arthur Kilpatrick's bail bonds. If you've got the dead beat, we've got the technology to find him. Hey, welcome to town. Come on over to my place once you get situated, and we'll talk about what you'll need to get the job done. I'm going to pick up explosives right now. Some astrolite. I should be back by the time you come over. I'm at 24 Main Street in number 4. Walk to the end of the alley, and my building is the next one on the right. M. The game begins upon us moved.
Miraculously, this is the second crash Rivers has escaped unharmed in the last year. Our top story tonight, a derelict ship found floating 10 miles off the Los Angeles coast earlier this morning was towed into the port of Los Angeles a few hours ago. The ship was spotted around midnight by fishermen who contacted the Coast Guard after their attempts to hail the ship proved futile. Coast Guard officials are releasing very little information right now, but have identified the vessel as the Elizabeth Bain. No word as of yet as to the whereabouts of the crew, though the Coast Guard are asking any ships that had contact with the Elizabeth Bain to assist them in their search. We'll have more on the story as it breaks. A massive gelatinous creature that washed up on the beaches of Providence.
Okay. That's just Great Cthulhu. Fatan! I need some lockpicks. Carnival of Death. Gruesome remains found on the pier. Police baffled. It doesn't even have a doorknob. How am I supposed to break into it if it doesn't have a doorknob?
Hey, lady. You got some change, lady?
I am the fattest pig in the world, but I will not break for you. You cannot quench your thirst at the lonely dark. Who could? What will appear on my doorstep but a nice juicy fly? Oops. Do I have a save game premise before I did that, not realizing what...
Hey, lady. You got some change, lady?
Yeah, I should have done a tutorial. I had no clue how to do anything. Jump, crouch, control. Feed. How do I feed? Primary attack. Don't want that. I just want to know how to feed. Feed. F. Oh, frickin' F. Okay. It reminds me of Omicron. That's another game that I would want to play at some point. I don't know if it's really... I don't know, it could be a potential game for Pixelween. It does have like demons and weird shit in it, so it might actually be a good game for Pixelween. Like, I guess I could kind of excuse any game for Pixelween, but go to the pawn shop. Don't know if I really have much in the way of funds yet. These phone lines which are just going crazy. I think they're kind of supposed to. They just look really weird. Maybe it's kind of an attempt to like simulate the idea of like wind going over it, but it looks, again, it looks really weird. It looks incredibly weird. I don't know, it might be glitching just a little bit.
Good luck finding a bidet around here.
Um,
I'm going to need a
E. What strings pull you, stranger?
Nothing. Nothing. Just waiting for a friend to get off work. He's a police officer, old army buddy. He should be bringing his dog as well. It's a Rottweiler. Wonderful attack dogs they are.
Could I persuade you to provide me with funds recently pilfered from me? Perhaps he might make a sweet street-side rendezvous? We will hear the night like a serrated shawl from... Oh.
Afraid I'm a little short on cash right now. I'm so sorry. I'm happily married to my work. And I have a wife, too.
Ah, okay. I am no longer
She's
here.
going to be so upset with me.
Hey, buddy, go your own way.
There's the blood bank. Oh. Okay. Spooky. If you're gonna play as a Malkavian, I highly recommend playing with headphones because it's a lot easier to hear the voice in your head when you have headphones. The smoke shop. This is different. One of the things that's added by the patch.
Good evening to you.
Just mulling around, and getting allergic. That's it.
Good evening to you.
Okay. Bless me. I mean, don't bless me. I'll probably die. Hello. How are you? May if I stand on it on top of you? Guess you don't. I'm actually calling it night soon. Like it's been like about an hour and I'm at Santa Monica, okay. diner. Foxy boxes. Can't get it there. And there's the asylum, I think. Yep. Seems like I really fit it in there. Elysium area is an area of powerful vampire. Okay.
What do we have here? Another scrumptious young plaything straight out of life and into my club? You smell new, little girl. Like fabric softener dew on freshly mowed astroturf. Oh, I'm not frightening you, am I, duckling?
Your words are a cracked symphony of profundity and consonance. I kind of like the second one.
Oh my, a Malkavian. This ought to be absolutely delicious. Two minds as crazy as ours, and who knows just what might happen.
Prefer to call it Janus, but I don't know what the Roman pronunciation is, so it might be Janus. Fear and love are two sides of the same coin, only with the smell of many suitors. I've no interest in your pheromones.
I can tell you and I are going to get along just like fire.
For the voices in your head, because they're really hard to hear when she's talking. My heart feels like a thousand primal drums. Give me the gift of your name.
I am Jeanette. And this bit of chaos crammed in a certifiable giggle is my club. I just love to give you funny feelings all night, sweetheart, but I really must trouble with some business. We'll reunite sweet and soon, I promise. Right. Goodbye. This place rots.
Okay.
Hey, you.
Your eyes are like lime flavored lozenges.
Right. Goodbye. This place rots. Hey, you.
Okay, let's. I think it's nothing for us right now. There's nothing left for me to be.
Hurry on your way to the apocalypse! Always room for heathens in the cold and oily pits of the damned! The roots of this city wrap around great fire, and all who live in its stinking bowels float themselves on apocalypse decks now.
Wonder if his like dialogue's different when you're a Malkavian, or because I'm a Malkavian, because it seems he's a little more like eloquent in his ramblings than he to put it lightly. No trespassing. Violators will be shot. Survivors will be shot again.
I have seen the face of the demon, and it is excited.
Yeah, like, I think his dialogue is a bit more twisted when you're Malkavian.
Corruption of the soul is pandemic. There is no hiding your true face to the judge of souls. Redemption cannot be bought and sold. There is no mercy for the deviant. Gaze upon me and see reflected the contempt of your Savior. To mock me is to scorn the Lord's love. The damned laugh loudest before they lose their heads.
Okay, now he's just being boring.
Eyes are all rotten, and the storm is our death sentence. Corruption of the soul is pandemic. There is no hiding your true face to the judge of souls. Redemption cannot be bought and sold. There is no mercy for the deviant.
Hey, need a date?
Nah, I'm already nutty enough. Or so they tell me.
Sorry.
Evening.
Something I can help you with.
The night is as cold as the wind wronged. Does the lady by the sea appeal to you? That might be Malkavian insight right there.
I guess.
Free arsenic? A strange weight on your shoulders. Lies on your shoulders.
I don't see how that's any business of yours.
Dark and heavy a burden. I leave it to you.
Goodbye, then.
Beef jerky.
What'll it be, honey?
In the air, spoiled scent on the floor, rodent puddles. You sell filth here?
You the health inspector?
I'm putting that sass in my report too. Yes! Yes! Yes!
Then I suggest you order something healthy, like the cheese omelet surprise, Inspector. If the cook doesn't spit in it, surprise.
Lovely. Oh.
What'll it be, honey?
My kindness interpreter will come back. I should have done that. Not gonna leave it as it is. I think I could have gotten her to like bribe me.
I'm busy here.
No. Don't touch it.
Another fucking cucaracha.
Not today.
Need some company?
Let's go talk to Melchior.
Those mothers ripped me off. I'm dying here.
Or Mercutio, I mean. Whatever, I play too much Chrono Trigger. Are you the fleet-footed god?
Mercurio, that's what you mean.
Mercutio.
Shit, you're a Malkavian, aren't you? Damn, that's the last thing I need. They're bleeding all over the carpet. I can't even understand what the hell you're saying.
You need only open your eyes. Now, tell me your tale.
I went... What's this? Oh, is this my rib? Oh, shit, my rib is poking through my side? I'm all numb. You gotta look and tell me.
Reveal your clumsy assassins, or I will finish their task. Hippocrates is not my forefather. Who broke you, Mercury? You are a silly dying man.
I'm lying here bleeding to death, and you're cracking wise? I don't need this crap.
Who made your flesh cry?
Chemist. Can't trust any operators in L.A. I verified him. Organization seem reliable. The guy mixes up speed. His crew sells it. Occasionally does explosives. I set up a drop. I show up at the beach with the money, right? 4 of his guys, they come out of nowhere. Junky bricks hit me with a bat. It feels like I got a friggin' horse kicking it. Never should have gone alone. Amateur. Should have handled those bricks. Goddamn Billy Cow, rat bastards. Those cocksuckers beat me rotten, left me for a stiff.
Had to crawl to my car, crawl my ass up here. The vamp blood's the only thing holding me together. Shit, they got the money, they got the astrolite.
Do you have the boom boom? Obviously not. Where are the demons that, who attacked you? You're a mouse playing among giants. The prince shall know. Of what blood do you speak?
Here straight off the bus. Once a month I get fed vampire blood. Heals me faster. Makes me stronger than a normal human. I don't age. By looking at me you wouldn't realize it, but I'm almost 60.
You would think your brain might be a little bigger over so much sand after so much sand has fallen.
Hold on. You think I'm some amateur? I got their number. Those small-time sons of bitches live out in a dump on the beach. Maybe 4 or 5 of them. The one's got the explosives is Dennis. Among the two of them.
Tell me where my feet must travel.
Laying in a pool in my own blood and you want friggin' directions. Right, alright. Down the street, in the parking garage, stairs down to the beach. On the right. Those better not be some of my last words.
I see. So I must become like the wayward whale and hit the beach.
Gotta get it back from him. Maybe reason with him, maybe break in. I don't know. I want to kill him. Do whatever you people do. I blew it, I know.
I'll get the boom boom and your gold, Mercury.
One more thing. About the deal. I mean it. If you tell anyone about this, I'm dead. I'm begging you. I got a way of getting people what they need. You don't say anything, I can help you out.
Your words will be weighed, Mercury. Farewell. Can I do something to stop your flesh from screaming?
Just started leaking. I need something for the pain.
I shall return with some numbness, Mercury. Do I have some pills? Have you crossed the dark river, Mercury? Keep your heart pumping. Farewell. Okay. I think there might be something in his place that I had to find. Or next door. Can't get in there without a lockpick. Need to buy a lockpick. Yeah. Guess where's other rooms I could go into? Ooh. We are moving. Moore's Coffee Shop is moving into a new location on the main boulevard in Hollywood. Dear customers, please visit us there soon.
Sorry.
Okay.
Hey,
What?
how's it going? You, looking to buy or sell or...
What is your true name, deaf dealer? Do you sell boomsticks?
You call me Trip. I own the shop.
Do you sell boomsticks in this bazaar?
No, not really. Sorry.
How much gold for your goods? I will check out your puppet products. Okay, I guess.
Thanks for coming back. What you need?
Where's Echo triggers and black powders?
No, I said, well, I mean, I don't have any guns. No guns. What?
Your guns are mine to peruse.
You know, you really don't seem the criminal type.
Where's my mind go to? Show me your broomsticks, deaf dealer.
Alright. Come take a look then.
I don't have any money. At all. Whatsoever. I think I might have some, like, at place. Estrogen, do not take if mail. Might be able to sell these? And we'll watch. I'll be back with more gold. Hopefully. There we go. I don't think he has any lockpicks though. So that's possibly out.
Thanks for coming back. What you need?
What wonder stuff, cast of goods this is. Can you tell me of a lady and her places?
Beats me. Santa Monica is dead. I don't know why anyone comes out here anymore.
So trip is your name and drugs are your game.
No, not really. Sorry.
Are you sure? I could bring you some from the house and healing of heaving ahead to make things cheaper.
Thanks. You sound like
I never before seen the lady by the sea.
it's not a big surprise. We get new faces through here night after night. Used to be more tourists, but now, I don't know, man. It's more like drifters.
Why do these transient souls float here?
Beats me. Santa Monica is dead. I don't know why anyone comes out here anymore. Alright, here's what we got today.
So I can get a discount if I have just enough for this gun. But actually I probably want to get the lockpick. But I might want to actually see this quest first. Oh no, I don't want to do that. Damn it. There we go. That's for inventory. I don't know if that gives me any quest log. Nope. Okay. Okay. I did need the blood heal, and now I.
Bustling robes of the Reaper.
Queue for quests, maybe? Now I have to go back to options to see how. Inventory. Character editor. Quest log is L? Or I? Probably L. For log. There we go. Drug trip. Trip runs drugs. The clinic will surely have a medical safe full of the stuff. Ooh. I may actually need the lockpick to even get into that to begin with.
Thanks for coming back. What you need?
I'm probably go for the lockpick first because it'll allow me to access other things that I can potentially use to, you know, sell and failed. What, difficulty of 5? I have lockpicking 1. Need more dexterity and security. Huh. I have 1 experience. I can't really apply it to anything. Okay. Just watch, I'll just like find a lockpick laying around somewhere and are any lockpicks I can actually lockpick? Or locks I can actually lockpick? Okay, I can't do anything there, it's just locked. Can't be picked. Dang it. Now I'm kind of regretting my decision. I'm kind of gonna get called tonight. It's like midnight. And it's been about an hour and a half, which is like my standard streaming time. I think I'm gonna go ahead and actually like, load. Before I got the
Thanks for coming back. What you need? Thanks. You need a Santa Monica?
Lady and I are old companions.
No, not really. Sorry. Thanks. You need a Santa Monica? It's not a big surprise. We get you faces through here night after night. Used to be more tourists, but now, I don't know, man. It's more like drifters. Alright, here's what we got today.
I probably should have gone with unarmed because at least you have unlimited ammo. Enough money for ammo. I'll just make a separate save here. Not sure if or when I'll return to this, but I might. maybe not for Pixelween because I have so many other games to play, but that was kind of fun. Didn't really get into any action. I completely skipped over the tutorial, which may have actually been a bad idea. So anyway, I'll probably be replaying Franbo from the beginning because I'm pretty sure there wasn't any audio on that. And besides my voiceovers, which were pretty good, I hope. But yeah, that's kind of a shame. I think there's really good music and sounds and everything, and it's yeah. So I really am going to want to replay it from the start. I'll probably also get some kind of walkthrough to just figure out like the next step that I'm kind of unaware of. So with that said, thanks for watching. You can follow us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That will help a lot. If again, the whole shaving my head thing isn't gonna happen, at least until I am able to secure a different job where I have the freedom to grow out facial hair, or I get a Patreon donation to not need to have a part-time job. That's probably gonna be a while though. So yeah. So once again, regardless of all that, as always, LCS and DFTBA, and I will see you in my next live stream. Bye bye.